ULTMMA.com here with Randy Couture, here for Ryan Couture's pro debut. Talk about cornering your son. What's the difference between being a coach and being a dad? How do you draw that line?
Well, dad really doesn't play into it in this situation. You gotta stay objective and do your job. Your ties and ears in a lot of ways on the outside. And we've got a good crew of guys here. The team's going to work well on his kickboxing. He's ready to go. He's worked hard. It should be fun.
Watching him in the ring, do you see similarities to yourself, and what do you see different about him than you?
Well, he's got a unique style. Obviously, he's fighting at 155. He's finished most of his fights by submission. He's a very, very good submission guy. He's a decent wrestling background. His striking is pretty good, but categorize, I might say he's a submission guy.
You just did the movie Expendables with a huge cast of action stars. What was the favorite moment on the set that you had? Is there a favorite moment you guys had with just joking around with the guys or anything like that you can tell the fans about?
We just had a lot of fun. With one particular moment, the whole experience was pretty cool and a lot of fun.
Going into that, do you have any like preconceived thoughts of like Stallone or Bruce Willis or anything like that, and then you guys met him and he's like they're down-to-earth kind of guys or anything?
Most of the guys in the cast I've met before. We all came together for this movie. So, I didn't have any preconceived ideas about any of them. They're all pretty normal guys. We did something that along together. I think all of us shared a mutual respect for Stallone and what he's accomplished and what he was trying to accomplish pulling this cast together for this movie.
Talk about learning to act, wrestling background, MMA. What's harder to pick up for a guy? If someone was going to start off on the street, what's the hardest thing out of those three arts, I guess?
They're all difficult in their own way. Obviously, wrestling and fighting is very technical, but there's something to try to find a character and play a character, figure out how to relate to. See, if you don't find some way to relate in here and find a way to tell the truth while you're playing that character, nobody's really going to buy it anyway. So that's difficult. It's not easy to do.
Yeah. A couple questions about the James Toney fight, and then I'll let you get out of here. He talks a lot of trash. How do you know when to talk trash back and when to hold back? I mean, this isn't your first rodeo, but this is a kind of different kind of beast talking trash. How do you know when to hold back and when to talk?
I don't need to hold back or do anything. I just don't engage. It's nothing to do with the fight. He's trying to trigger an emotional response in you and get you to think about things you don't need to think about. Especially walking up to the cage. And I think in a lot of ways, some of it's to cover his own insecurities and his own shortcomings walking into an MMA fight. I'm not worried about any of it. None of it matters. It all makes me smile. It's pretty funny. Certainly hyped the fight, created a good buzz for the fight, which is a good thing. So we'll go get in the cage on the 28th and things will happen the way they happen.
There's no tape on him doing much grappling, so what can you take away from some of his recent boxing appearances that you can utilize in an MMA match against him?
Well, he has a unique style of boxing, and that's what he's bringing into this cage. I don't think he has a lot of other experience, so it's not really something I have to concern myself with. I do have to worry about his boxing, how he sets up his punches, what his stance is like, how he moves, what kind of boxer is he? Is he a pressure boxer? Is he a counter puncher? What punches and combinations does he seem to like? Because that's what he's going to be looking to do. He's a very good counter puncher. He's got a pretty good right hand, a great left hook, and he likes to throw an uppercut. And he's more of a counter puncher than anything else. So he's not one of those guys that's going to use a lot of footwork and hunt you down. He's going to kind of plant himself in the middle and wait for you to come to him. So I've got to be diligent and ready to go.
Last question, sparring partner-wise, how do you bring in a guy to emulate him, to emulate kind of James Toney and kind of be a mock-up for him? Is there a way to do that in the gym, or you just kind of get it in the octagon and then you figure it out then?
A lot of boxers that have come in. I've got a great boxing coach, Gil Martinez, and a great kickboxing coach, Ray Seppo. And Ray Seppo is amazingly fast and explosive, and about James's size. And he's been mimicking James a lot the entire camp. So I've got a pretty good idea where James is coming from and what to expect.
Lastly, any website you have to promote? Any sponsors that are really helping you out for this fight you'd like to thank?
Obviously, you can find out what's going on with me at XtremeCouture.tv and our supplement website, which is largely what allows me to compete at an older age, is XCAP TV. So,
all right. Cool. Thank you for your time.